Hello, everyone. So, I'm here to address the very big pink elephant in the room.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment for this latest tea.
And that is the alleged disagreements happening between myself and Adriana. Before I get into that, I want to first address the fandom and Adriana. So the fandom has called out things that I said in the roast and in our reading challenge. And before I even get into the situation, I want to wholeheartedly apologize to the fandom if any offense was taken, and as well to Adriana, because there has never been a bone in my body that wants to not have people feel included or inclusive when it comes to speaking with me, dealing with me, interacting with me. I have friends from every single walk of life, and to ever think that I could have inadvertently disrespected them really and honestly truly hurts. It's not something that I ever intended to do, and I have to hold myself accountable, because if I don't do that, then I'm just a bullshitter on what I stand for in this world. So I do hold myself accountable, and I do hear what people have said, and I do wholeheartedly apologize, because that's not what I'm about. And I hope going forward that I can self-edit and correct myself so that I don't ever have a situation where I make anyone feel uncomfortable. Because the one thing I want is everyone to feel at ease and at simple comfort with me. Because I literally love everybody. It's hard for me to dislike someone. You have to do me dirt for me to dislike someone. Which brings me to the issue. At the start of Drag Race, bookings started coming in for a lot of us. I was a part of a management booking agency and continue to be a part of a management booking agency that had bookings for myself and multiple other queens in Montreal. Adriana was a part of that group. Adriana decided to leave the group to allegedly want more for herself. And I wholeheartedly supported that and understood that. We are all looking for our lane, for our niche, for our place where we belong in this drag race world. And it's hard when there's about 300 of us plus that are all vying for a piece of the pie. And because of that, unfortunately, people change and things get a little catty. So our gigs in Montreal were canceled shortly after Adriana left. And I personally found that suspicious. I'll be honest. There was a conversation in our group that led to me asking questions, because there was a disagreement between the venue and management. And Adriana started to defend the venue. And she said, she's worked in, bookings and everything else, and she understands the place of management. Totally understandable. Totally get it. What I didn't understand was some things that she stated after that, which brought me to question how the venue received certain information. I said, there was this that was said, that was said, and something else that was said. How do you have this information if you were not a part of the conversation? As you said, you were not a part of the conversation. I got no answer. I repeated myself. I said, how did you get this information if you were not a part of the conversation. Still received no answer. What I did receive, because it was also discussed that although our bookings got canceled for this certain group, another group of girls supposedly got rebooked at the venue at a cheaper rate. And I simply asked, well, who's the girls? Because if anyone wanted a piece of pie, they could have easily gotten it. So who are the girls that went behind your sister's backs and got rebooked at this venue? Now, I ain't saying go get your coin. Go get your coins, girl. But when it undermines the sisterhood, there becomes a problem. And the one thing I distinctively had a conversation with all the girls before we left set was that unity is important. Learn from season 2 of UK and know that all of us need to win to the best of our ability. So again, I received no answer. What I did receive was a blanket apology from Adriana stating that she just defends the venue because of her experience in the booking side of things, and she apologizes to the other queens that were booked without them wanting to be brought into that situation. So already there's some shady shit happening. So I continue to ask, if you weren't involved, how do you know that these queens are now booked on things? Again, it gets quiet. It was quiet for a while. No one said anything in the group for a minute. And I realized I was never going to get an answer. So because I never got an answer, I shut up. I stopped messaging the group, kept myself quiet. I did have other conversations with some of my sisters about the situation and how I felt, but I left it at that. I then, unfortunately, had conversations with some of my sisters who let me know that Adriana and her partner were allegedly bad-mouthing me and saying that, oh, no, I was stopping people's bags and I was out there trashing Adriana and everything else, which I was not. This is before I made a Twitter post. This is before I had a sub or anything of that magnitude. And when that came back to me, it hurt. Because I realized that she was spreading disintegrity on my name. That's not a real word. But she was basically bad-mouthing me, trying to play the victim. And I know this very well. I've experienced this my entire life. No offense, but when non-Black people have Black people stand up to them and hold them accountable, it becomes a problem. Nobody likes it. And that's just reality. And I'm not just saying that for clout. I'm not saying that for anything else. This is our reality. Because if we speak up and ask for accountability, or we ask for questions to be answered, we become problematic. And any other plethora of terms that you want to use. So I did start to try and defend my name in subliminal tweets. And I never called anybody out for 2 reasons. One, I didn't want to be that petty and that person to just call someone out. Secondly, I have to think about legalities, because it was brought to my attention that the term defamation of character is something that some people like to use whenever you're actually trying to defend yourself and you call people out. So I wanted to be legally careful as well, because I didn't want anyone to say, oh, well, you're calling out people's names and you're lying on people. And because of how allegedly things were transpiring, everything is being done by word of mouth and behind my back, and I don't have any physical proof. So what happens when you don't have any physical proof to prove that harm is done to you? You either just shut up and take it and let someone continue to badmouth you, or you stand up for yourself. And some of my tweets was just simply me trying to stand up to myself through hearing that I am doing all these things and I am this horrible person, which I want everyone to know I am not. I am someone that I hope everyone gets to know, because I don't know if everyone has gotten to know me through Drag Race. You only get tiny snippets of who I am as a person. So I took that to heart, because as a Black person, as a drag queen, as anyone, all you have is your name and your integrity. And I have taken a painstakingly hard time to ensure that I am someone of integrity and someone of accountability and someone that people can trust and that someone can feel comfortable coming to in problems. It's why when things came out about multiple people in the Canadian drag scene, I opened up my mouth, because people came to me and spoke to me or pointed things out or shared things with me. And I said, not today. And it is who I have tried to be. I am not a perfect human. I am flawed. I have been through things and places, and I have had to learn how to get to this place, because growing up with people calling you the N-word, growing up with certain ethnicities who are also people of color belittling you for being Black, insulting your intelligence, insulting and being shocked about where you live. It's hard and it takes a toll. And it can make you a very, very angry person in this world. Black people are not angry for no reason. But what I can say is I had to evolve. And I continue to evolve. I am not making any excuse for anything I do, say, or have happened or has happened to me. I'm simply trying to say that I am someone who continues to evolve. And I have to continue to evolve because society is evolving. The world is evolving and changing. And you have to keep up with the times, because you will get left behind and you will end up disrespecting people. So now in this situation, I have had to try and defend myself from something I can't even prove. But I know is fact, because I have people who have come and really, who I know and I trust, talk to me and tell me that, hey, this has happened. The difficult thing now is, because I'm on a platform, I have to try and not only prove to the world that I'm not something that someone has said I am, but it also, you have to look at yourself and you really have to think, well, did you really do this? Could this be thought of in a different way? Are you overthinking things? And you have to continuously prove to yourself that, you know what, no, you're doing the right thing. You're standing up for the right reasons. You're opening your mouth up for the right reasons. And you're defending yourself to the best of your ability. Today I felt like it was the last straw, because unfortunately I had people within the Drag Race world speak to my other queens about things that were said about me, allegedly. So now you're not only trying to allegedly ruin my name amongst our sisters, but now you're going to other avenues. And that is where I have to drop the line and I have to defend myself in whatever way, shape, and form. Hence why I'm making this video, because I want people to understand that I'm not out here to try and cancel anyone. I'm not out here to try and bring hate to anyone. In fact, I don't want anyone to message Adriana, to harass her, to try and cancel her, because that's not how someone learns a lesson. Does there need to be things addressed between us? Absolutely. Am I currently in the place to have those conversations? No. Because when I am disrespected at that kind of a level, I will not approach that situation in a healthy mindset or with a healthy attitude. And I have to know that about myself and understand that about myself and know what I'm ready to deal with. And that's difficult because I also want to, at the same time, ensure that my name is cleared in whatever type of tomfoolery is going on. Because I don't play those games. Now, normally my normal action to this is to get down in the gutter. Because I know everyone says, oh, well, you know, take the high road. I will 100% tell people taking the high road does not always work. Sometimes you have to get down in the gutter. And you got to wrestle them down. That's normally what I do. But I am trying to approach this differently because I am no longer only in a position where I'm just defending myself. I have to unfortunately also realize that because of what I stand for and this color of my skin, unfortunately, I get placed into a barrel. And we unfortunately, when something goes wrong, carry the weight of our entire culture with us. So while I am normally ready to get down and dirty and call it like it is, I also now have to remember that I have a platform in which I also have the Black community to look as a reflection of my actions and how I approach things. So I have to put my big boy pants on and literally try to address this the best way I can. Will there be immediate resolution from this situation? No. I don't know how or why or if there can be a resolution. I just know that personally right now, I am not in the current place to have a conducive conversation because I'm hurt and I'm upset. I will say that I am going to do my utmost best going forward to leave the situation alone, simply, and do my best just to focus on my drag, because that's what I'm about, my drag. And baby, she loves drag. I will say that if things continue down this road, though, I will honestly have no choice but to really call the shit. But I ultimately want to do the best I possibly can by taking the high road and not look at retribution or a tit for tat, but simply try to move on for peace and peace sake, which is what I was trying to do originally until someone rocked the boat. With that being said, I want everyone to go buy your tickets for the tour, because baby, I'm about to turn it out. Girl. No, with that being said, I want everyone to remember something that I posted from the great Maya Angelou. She said, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. I believe it. I see it. I'm aware. And with that said, it's time to hit my bed. And it's time to move on. So I will see everyone at meet and greets, and I will see everyone at all the stops we have on this tour. As long as Omicron don't come to get me. For those who watch this entire fucking video, I thank you. Because it means that you have given me a chance to speak. And often I am used to not being heard. So thank you. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Hanukkah is gone, but I hope y'all had a happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and everything else in between. And I want everyone to have a safe, happy, and corona-free new year. Get your booster shots, get your vaccines, do what's right. I love you all. Thank you. And I hope you guys have a good night. Because I'm always going to give you what? Amour.